Good afternoon. Today we're going to take a look at using Google Docs to work collaboratively. One of the benefits of Google Docs is that multiple users can interface in the same document at the same time. To access your Google Docs, you need to go to your Drive, which in a Gmail account, you use this icon right here to go to your Drive. That will take me to my Drive. You can see I have the folder made for this class, and first of all we're going to take a look at a Word doc. This article was posted on my company's website this morning, so this is something that I have copyright permissions for. What we do is to train editors. We will set up a time for the editor and the trainer to both open the document at the same time and go through the corrections that are necessary in an article that they have edited. This provides them with real-time instruction that they can take away immediately. Another application would be for English teachers. Students could submit their rough drafts in a Google Doc. The teacher and the student could set up a time to meet for the corrections, and then the instructor can provide notes via comment boxes, and the student can ask questions immediately, and I believe that would save the teacher a lot of time in writing all the comments when they can just type them in a comment box. What I've done here is I have highlighted right here, highlight, errors that if this were a real correction I was doing with an editor that I would point out to him or her. And how we use this for my work is we would insert a comment and put the correction necessary right here. I'm going to access the same article as if I were a student on a different account so that you can see the changes as they're being made. You can see here that someone else has joined the document. If they do not have Google Plus with a profile picture, then Google just chooses a random animal to put as the icon. So for instance, I can add a comment back. And the comment will appear right here. And the student and the instructor can reply back and forth as much as necessary. Let's say you want to know who makes corrections in the document. You can see the corrections being made immediately. And you could also go here to all changes saved, and it will show who has made changes. Another application of this would be, for instance, for a school newspaper. Going back to my Drive. When I was a yearbook advisor, this is something that we did whenever articles were due for a yearbook page. Someone could write an article here, and then each different color would be another person's assignment. So for instance, whoever was in charge of that sport would get quotes from the player and insert it. Whoever the photographer was for that sport would see, for instance, that orange is their color, and see here, these are the pictures that they need for this page in the yearbook. We had assignments for stats for the sports, so whoever is blue would see that this is their page and they need to find out these stats for the hypothetical sport here. Let's move on to spreadsheets, and we're going to create a new spreadsheet. The spreadsheets can be used, add the title here, particularly for group projects. The instructor can provide access to the students and assign tasks. So for instance, make a column for tasks, and their progress. And students can go in, see what they're assigned, add their progress to keep track of that, and when they completed that assignment. You could also add a notes column here, and to make the column bigger, you right-click this arrow, resize, and you could make that column better for the notes section. Another option, if students want to pick their tasks, then the instructor could leave this blank, and students could go in, pick which task they want, and then keep track of their work. In order to share a document, and this is whether it's a document or a spreadsheet, you would click Share here. You can add their email address here, and it will go immediately to their email. And you can choose if they can only view the document, if it's something that an instructor just wants the student to see. If they can only comment, which would be going back to the article, they can only add comments here. They cannot touch this text. For collaboration purposes, it really is best to allow the students to edit the document. And again, remember, you can use this All Changes Saved to see who has made changes in the document. The better option, though, besides email address, is to choose Advanced. And then here where it says Private, change that to anyone with the link. The benefit of this is particularly if a student has more than one email address, which is very common with having a school email address, maybe a work email address, a personal email address. Then if they get the link in their email and then they access the link with another Google account, then they don't get confused about why they don't have permission when it's just linked to one email account. As long as they have the link in this program, then they can access it no matter which email account they use. And you can email them, notify people. It will email them. They'll get an email saying, Jen Houchin has given you permission to edit a document. Or you can click cancel, and they will still, you can provide them with the link. Going back to my document, you can see here you have my drive, and then you have shared with me, and you can see the documents. Let me share it to me specifically. You can see in the shared documents, you can either access it from the email that will be sent, or in case a student loses the email, they can access it with a shared document. There are lots of other applications for other subjects, I'm sure. I used it most since I taught English in English and as a yearbook and newspaper advisor. And I hope this helps give you an introduction into how to use a Google Doc. Thank you.